But for real this time, not because of a throne chair. I'm actually moving out of my very first New York City apartment. Where am I going, you might ask? Back to Massachusetts. There's many different reasons why it's bittersweet. You know, I'm not too upset that I'm going back home, but obviously I moved out of my home for a reason, so it's not like I want to be back there. It's just that certain times and seasons call for different things. And speaking of call, my fiance is calling me. Hello? Hi. No. So my bed is completely, well, my bedroom is mainly empty. Don't worry, I have something on. I got a storage unit because I most likely will be back to New York City in a couple months. So I got a storage unit and I have a mover who is gonna come help me move all of this stuff. The thing is that I'm nervous that my stuff is not gonna fit the storage unit and that I'm going to have to leave one of these things behind. So I don't know. I'm thinking like, if I were to leave one thing behind, will it be the bed and the mattress? Because I don't think they will go into the storage unit. Or should it be like this whole thing? Although I do think like this whole thing will fit. I just don't know what to, like, it feels like I need everything. I don't know. Like this mattress, I don't mind leaving it out for someone to take. It's just that I really wanted to bring the bed with me because it could be a nice couch for my future apartment, a guest bedroom or something. I don't know. I'm also like, I'm feeling pretty anxious. I'm gonna sit you guys down here. I'm feeling pretty anxious, so I'm trying to like, recently I've been getting super anxious, and I know it's from the devil because I didn't used to ever get like anxious. Actually, no, that's a lie. I would get anxious, but recently it's been like way more. But to be quite honest, I have a lot of things that are causing me anxiety. One, why am I moving back to Massachusetts? You might ask. August 31st of last year, I was moving into this apartment. And I was so excited and young and fun and fresh. I was just excited about the possibilities of New York City. Was a dream. And when I was finally here, I was like, yes, like I live in New York City now. And it has been a beautiful ride. Like, I have grown this much. I've got so many good friends. I found a church home finally. Like, I feel like finally, like, everything was starting to come together, you know? I had a birthday dinner on my birthday, and I was sitting around the table like, whoa, like I actually, these were all people I met in New York City. Nobody traveled from Massachusetts for this birthday dinner. It was just like, it was last minute, like, hey, pull up here. And people came and they showed up, and it was so fun. And I was looking around like, wow, I actually do have quite a good number of people in my corner in New York. And then finally found like the most amazing church home. And I had like a little side gig thing that was gonna go on indefinitely. And so it all seemed to be going very well, but there was a heaviness in my heart. And God quite literally told me on three separate occasions, very clear, you need to go back home. And obviously that's not what I want to do. I moved away for a reason, and so clearly I don't want to go back home. And I was like, God, like I don't really want to go back home. I just don't want to. But everything just kept coming back to that decision. Like, it just felt like the right decision. New York City was starting to be very miserable for me on many different things. Like, I was really like experiencing like a very heavy depression and anxiety and like thoughts of ending it all. but from nowhere, you know what I mean? It just wasn't from like it wasn't really from a source. It was just like, and then, you know, my mom is also having a hard time. And so I just felt like, one, I need to go back home because my mom needs me. And I feel like my siblings, yeah, I feel like my mom needs me right now. I also feel like I need her right now. Or I just need to be, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Amongst other things, like, I am looking at this like brief moment back home as kind of like a retreat. Like, I'm just gonna go back. I just need to go back to consecration again. And I feel like it only makes sense to me in my head, and like I feel like that's just what God is telling me, so I'm going with it. Thankfully, my lease ends today, so I didn't have to renew it. Actually, I did renew it because I was so intent on staying. I didn't even think for a second that I would go back home. And so I renewed my lease, and then like a week later, God is like, go back home. And so then I had to find someone to occupy my space. But I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Like, I just keep saying that. But I really am. I am so sad. And Lucas and I are gonna be long distance again, which I'm so sad. I'm so sad about that. But the good news is that we are getting married. And I'm just gonna go home for a little bit until we get married, which is, I don't know, it could be in 2 months, it could be in 8 months, it could be in a year.
J'aime beaucoup la danse.
Yeah, I just got the bags. No, she's gonna come pick me right now. I'm sitting at the front steps.
Why are you sitting in the front desk? You should be inside.
I just wanted to lock the doors.
Yeah, but if Auntie's not there, you just have to be inside waiting for her. When she get there, you lock the door. Come and sit in front of the house.
No, she's...
Go back inside. There's some more in the fridge. Drink some more.
Okay. Thankfully, I have an aunt in the Bronx. I'm going to explain to you guys the process of this move-in, okay? It's Tuesday, I get a storage unit. Wednesday, I pack up all my stuff. Thursday, I go look at the storage unit, and I'm like, no, this is not the one that I asked for. This is not as big as I thought I needed it to be. So, got a new storage unit on Thursday afternoon. Hired a mover on Wednesday. Mover moves all my stuff into the storage unit Thursday, but we got there right as they were closing, so we couldn't put all of the stuff in there. I have a friend that lives near the storage unit, so the rest of the stuff that couldn't go into the storage unit right before they closed, I go put it all in her house, in her apartment. The next morning, which is this morning, Lucas and I go to my friend's apartment that's next to the storage unit, grab up all the extra stuff that we weren't able to put in the storage unit before they closed, grab it all, put it into an Uber, put it into the storage unit. A little bit before that, my mom tells me, your aunt in the Bronx is coming over to our house in Massachusetts that same weekend that you're supposed to be moving out, so just catch a ride with her because she's coming home anyway. So I'm like, okay, cool. Thursday, I call an Uber Connect to bring up all my suitcases to my aunt's house in the Bronx because I didn't want to bring it with me on the train. And now I took a train from the Lower East Side to the Bronx, came to grab my bags, and now we're about to be on our way to Massachusetts. It's been a journey. Like, it's been a journey. I'm exhausted. I'm tired, offended. So many things went wrong. Oh, I think my aunt is here.
whitish blue and make it darker.
Oh.
Yeah. Like has to match.
So Lucas has a show today. He's showing a couple of his new surrealist Bible paintings. And there's one painting that I really love. And he wasn't planning on showing it. And I'm like, why? He's like, because, you know, it's all messed up. Like, I can't show it. But I'm like, I really want you to show it. So he's like, if you paint it, then I'll show it. So I'm going to be painting Lucas Lovejoy style today. I've never painted a day in my life. All right, let's go. So this is like some kind of blue. I'm gonna be a painter after this.
Yeah, you are.
It's so relaxing. My hair is messed up. Like I'm actually Van Gogh. You can hear it in the silence. Romeo, save me. I've been feeling so alone. I love you. Oh. You have work?
Uh-huh.
Should I stop singing?
No, it's alright.
Romeo, save me. I've been feeling so alone. Alone.
Killed it.
That's what I was looking for. Some positive affirmation up in here.
Je trouve que la danse est une chose extraordinaire comme vie, comme rythme. Et c'est tout à fait, je trouve ça très bien et je vis dedans très, très facile.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need a little more white at the top.
Okay.
J'aime beaucoup la danse.
Which other ones have you done?
Which one did I say? See, I can't even see because it was a perfect color match.
That's great.
That's the one I said. Oh, right here.
Oh, but that one still has white on it as well.
Where? Oh.
You can't see it because it's on the other side.
Nice. I'm all done. I painted this whole thing by myself.
She did.
I'm interviewing Cezanne and Stevie Hendrix today. Their publicist reached out and asked if I would want to do a podcast with them, and I said yes. So I'm like watching her stories.
Answers, and I believe that he will guide you
and reading a bit of her book and taking notes on like questions that I would want to ask them. If you ever wanted to know what podcast prep looked like, I'm also in Lucas's bed just chilling. But yeah, this is what my podcast prep, oh, I didn't mean to do that. This is what my podcast prep looks like. Trying to come up with questions. Once I feel like I have the flow of the conversation and I'm actually asking like good questions and not like silly ones, I will stop. I'm aiming to stop around 2. It's 1:11 right now. Aiming to stop around 2, then get dressed, put on makeup, all that stuff, get set up for the podcast, and then go over my questions again. And yeah, fingers crossed. This is probably the most popular person I've ever interviewed. So my brain wants to freak out, but I'm just gonna chill. And I know that it'll be good. Interview went amazing. Now I'm gonna go to Lucas's show to help him finish setting up and then enjoy the show. So I'm excited.
You went to see Picasso, and Picasso said, "Get in line, wait your turn. Just pretend you're waiting for the subway."
It's also like perfect that they have that.
I know. But it's in black and white. It still looks cool, though.
No, I think it looks even cooler.
I know, right?
more real than reality itself. A dash of cubism and a dollop of Matisse. Surreal, more real than reality itself. It's just too difficult, too complex to really describe. Surreal.
Welcome! I was just vlogging.
How you doing?
I'm Jada. Nice to meet you. Hey, how are you?
And I only get 3 hours off.
I was like, I'm sorry.
I got
Hey, oh, you're the good wife.
Yeah, a good wife. That's my name. We have Jada here. Jada, how's the show?
Fantastic. I'm so impressed. He's so talented, and you know you contribute to the show as well with that one piece.
With the one piece?
But no, it's really dope.
Yay.
10 out of 10.
We're having fun. Great turnout.
Great turnout. Fashion Week.
Fashion Week started today, and so it's a great commencement.
Bye, Johnny.
13 seconds. We are at Shake Shack. There's 13 seconds left. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Got the Shack, so